Hi there. Well, the nights are fair drawing in, so it's time to remember great games in November. Over the course of the next 30 minutes, I'm going to be looking back at some cracking crunch matches that have taken place in this month in history. November always throws up some classic games. The league campaigns are underway, European adventures are in full swing, and the promise of some tasty cup games to look forward to. As autumn turns to winter, conditions sometimes play a role in determining the winners and the losers. First up tonight, we go all the way back to 1974, the 30th of November 1974 to be precise, as a Rangers side under the guidance of Jock Wallace took on Dundee United. On show for Rangers that day was Kennedy in goals, Jardine, Gregg, McDougall and Jackson, Forsyth, McKean and wee Tommy McLean, Parlane, Young and finally Alex MacDonald. With heavy conditions underfoot, this game turned out to be packed with excitement and goals.
Forsyth across to Young, nice move. Young to Parlane, a lovely move, ball spins loose, Parlane again, and a goal! Beautiful goal, 10 minutes exactly. Beautiful move down the left. Forsyth and MacDonald working it well. The ball turned across goal through to Young. Young on to Parlane. Parlane shot block. Parlane following up, right-footed, driving it well into the net, past McAlpin, for a very well conceived and very well taken goal. McKean to McLean. Nice play here by McLean. Inside the box, coming straight through. And the referee giving a penalty. So Sandy Jardine against Hamish McAlpine. That is it. Rangers go 2 goals ahead. Backheader there towards Fleming. And a great goal. Beautiful goal. And United have got that early goal that they wanted. And George Fleming is the man who has scored it, filling your screen there with that big smile. 5 minutes played exactly in the second half. Rangers defence falling back, the head flick straight through to Fleming, the left foot shot beautifully flighted high up under the bar. Kennedy going left, couldn't reach it. Ball spinning across, that was a bad cross on MacDonald. United had a distinct chance there and didn't use it to best advantage. McLean, the linesman says no, and McLean could make it 3-1 if he gets it across, and he does. A remarkable goal by McLean. United claiming offside. The stand side linesman said no, and McLean carried straight on, rounded McAlpin, and from a very difficult angle, made it Rangers 3, Dundee United 1. And is it an own goal? It is an own goal. Colin Jackson has headed the ball into his own net, and it is 3 goals to 2. A harmless looking cross floating into the Rangers goal. Colin Jackson watched it all the way. He thought that Kennedy was coming, but Kennedy had already moved off his line. The ball trickled into the net. 24 minutes in the second half. Jardine winning that back. Jardine coming through. Chips it in. And it's a great goal by Jardine. Great goal by Jardine. And I would say that's just about it. 32 minutes. 4-2 for Rangers. Sandy Jardine won that ball. I'm not sure he exactly knows just what's going on because of that head injury he took. He won that ball bravely. He walked forward. There was a Rangers player on the deck. Mr. Anderson adjudged that he was not offside because he wasn't affecting the play nor could profit from it. And Jardine floated the ball beautifully over Hamish McAlpin's head into the net for a brilliantly taken 4th goal.
Sandy Jardine not looking in too good a shape after that goal there. Next, we jump a decade to see a Rangers side in the second season of Graham Souness's reign at Ibrox. The highs from the previous season's league win didn't last too long, with the 87-88 campaign getting off to a pretty shaky start. With only one win in August, form began to improve, and from the start of September to the end of November, Rangers had only lost 2 games. Rangers welcomed Hearts to Ibrox on the 28th of November 1987 and started off with Woods in goal, a back four of Phillips, Roberts, Gough and Nisbet, a midfield of Wilkins, Francis, Durrant and Derek Ferguson. Robert Fleck and Ali McCoist were the 2 up front for the Light Blues.
Switching play well, Ray Wilkins. It's Jimmy Phillips now with Cooper very deep on the left. McCoist makes a run ahead. Away from McPherson. Good play by McCoist. A delicate ball across. Kenny Black, and it's Robert Fleck for Rangers. An absolute gift for Robert Fleck. We're 28 minutes into the first half, and Hearts, after playing so well for so long, concede a gift goal to Fleck. Cooper first of all. Well, here's some excellent play from Ali McCoist. Goes inside McPherson the first time, then goes outside. This is a fine pass, and Black should have cleared it. Tried to pass it back to Smith, and the task couldn't have been easier in the end for Robert Fleck. So Fleck gets his 8th goal of the season, and the opening goal, a vital opening goal for Rangers. As Foster makes ground on the left for Hearts. John Robertson waits in the middle, he's well covered though. Robertson beaten by Gough. This is Galloway. Tremendous goal from Mike Galloway. The first goal of his career at Tynecastle, and Mike Galloway will remember that, I'm sure, for a very long time. And that with Hearts reduced to 10 men. Cahoon's on the ground as Foster sets off on the left, using his pace. Rangers are back in numbers. The only man up was John Robertson initially. Gary Mackay and Mike Galloway coming from midfield. There was a tackle from Gough. Now watch this from Galloway. Looks up, hits that with stunning power, swerving into the top corner, and Woods was well beaten. Kenny Black going back to battle hard for Hearts, but he's lost out to McCoist. McCoist has support on the outside from Durrant. There's Fleck. It's gone in. It's an own goal. Rangers take the lead. Fleck is injured, and it looks as though Craig Levine played it into his own net. So a tragedy, I fancy, here for the Hearts captain. Black was under pressure all the way, hustled out of that by McCoist. This is good play from McCoist. Spotted Durrant on the outside. This is a high-class ball inside. Fleck going for it, but it came off Levine, and Smith was beaten. So 4 minutes from half-time, Craig Levine a disconsolate figure as he puts Rangers ahead. Well, corner kick. There's McPherson. Turned in by Robertson. The ball's in the net, and Hearts are back on level terms. The never-say-die spirit of Hearts pays off again. The goal coming from the corner kick. Dave McPherson doing well, get his head to the ball. There was Robertson right in front of Chris Woods. A despairing effort on the line by Ferguson, but it was too late. And Hearts are back on level terms. So John Robertson picks up his 20th goal of the season. Remarkable scoring record yet again for the little striker. This is Fleck. Now Durrant. Shooting chance for Durrant. Yes! 17 minutes from the end, the Rangers bench celebrates an Ian Durrant special. Well, this was Ian Durrant at his very best. His 7th goal of the season. The long kick-out started it. McCoist got a touch. There was Fleck. Setting it up inside for Durrant. He made the angle well, and he's so deadly from this position with a finish beyond the outstretched hand of Henry Smith. So another crucial goal for Rangers from Ian Durrant. With about 12 minutes left for play. Careless one from Galloway. Wilkins has possession. And here's Durrant breaking again on the left. Fleck and McCoy stood up in the middle. Durrant retaining possession all the way himself. And a fine save by Henry Smith. And suddenly Ian Durrant has come to life. Congratulated there by Wilkins. But Durrant looks a new man now since he switched position after Francis came on for Davy Cooper. A fine save by Henry Smith.
That's one half of Edinburgh's teams put to the sword. Now let's see Rangers in action against the other. On the 20th of November 1999, Rangers entertained Hibs at Ibrox in a match that saw the Gers coming off an unforgettable 4-2 win over Celtic. No Stefan Klos for this game, so a rare start for his then deputy, Mark Brown. The rest of the team lined up: Adamchuk, Moore, Amoruso, Newman, Van Bronckhorst, Alberts, Reina, Amato, McCann and Johansson, who'd scored the only goal in the previous meeting between the two clubs just 2 months earlier. In a season that saw Dick Advocaat's men lift the SPL and Scottish Cup trophies, this is Rangers versus Hibs.
Hibs start the match in fine fettle, unbeaten in their last 5 matches, 2 draws and 3 wins against Dundee, Dundee United and Kilmarnock 2 weeks ago. They'll need to perform well here to take anything away from Ibrox, although they did feel they deserved better Easter Road 3 months ago. An early venture forward for Derek Collins, but not the ball into the box he was looking for. Kept in by McCann for Van Bronckhorst. That's a mistake by Matthias Jack, and he could be punished. And makes up for it by intercepting the cut back from the Dutchman. Jonathan Johansson to Alberts. Reina onto the left foot. It's another long throw from Darius Adamchuk, aimed at Gabriel Amato, punched away by Colgan, not too convincingly. Back into Alberts, trying to work the ball back onto his left foot and over the top from Reina. Alberts for Johansson, now Amato, good turn, and fouled just outside the area by Mark Dempsey. The skill of Amato was too much for Dempsey there. It's Alberts, and what a miss by Neil McCann. He can't believe it. Colgan stopped the Alberts shot, but couldn't hold it, and this surely had to end up in the back of the net. Won by Van Bronckhorst for Rangers. Good turn by Alberts, and the pass with the outside of the foot for Neil McCann. Waiting Johansson and Amato. It's Jonathan Johansson! The opening goal, 32 minutes gone. Finally, the Hibs defence is carved open, and that's relief for Dick Advocaat. It's been hard going for Rangers to find a way through, and a lot of the credit here goes to George Alberts. The pass was perfection for Neil McCann. The cross measured, and Jonathan Johansson wasn't going to miss from there. Rangers have just enjoyed a 2-week break from action, but they're now into a spell of 6 games in 18 days, including the UEFA Cup double bill against Borussia Dortmund. And they want to maintain their unbeaten run domestically as well, and certainly don't seem to be any great problem here. Their only difficulty is that they have a 1-goal advantage. Might well have been greater. And it's a bad tackle by Tom Smith. And it was game, set, and match here to Gabriel Amato. Here he comes. That is sensational. 60 seconds gone in the second half. And it's 2-0. Unstoppable from Alberts. 7th goal of the season, and you won't see many better strikes of the ball than this. Right into the top corner. And not only could Nick Colgan not save it, he couldn't get near it. Top quality pass from Van Bronckhorst. Adamczyk to Amato. Reina. Rangers queuing up. Alberts. And another blistering effort, this time stopped by Colgan. Did well, the keeper here, as the Rangers supporters sensed there was another Albert special on the way. Well, you wouldn't rule out George Alberts even from this tight angle. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst alongside. It's Van Bronckhorst, and it sizzled just wide. Susi looking for Patalainen. Moore there first. McCann's header for Mato, and back for Neil McCann. He's onside, and his misery in front of goal continues. Superb play from Amato, who's been very, very impressive. That was a measured pass, and that looked to me like a touch from the goalkeeper, and that should have been a corner kick. So let's not be too hard on Neil McCann. This was a save, I reckon, by Colgan. And that's the match all over.
So that was Rangers from 1999 defeating a Hibs side that included a youngster called Kenny Miller. Next up, however, we see him in action for the Light Blues in what was an unforgettable 90 minutes for the young Scot. In a Rangers side that was packed with foreign stars, it was the lad who'd signed from Hibs in the summer of 2000 who stole the headlines against St Mirren on the 4th of November. To score a hat-trick is pretty special, but to bag 5 goals in the one match, well, now that is something to remember.
Rangers about to start an important 4 days for them in football. First time that St Mirren and Rangers have met in league business in 8 years. Taken by De Boers, a lot of curl in that. Scrimger not happy with it, and that's in. Miller scores the opening goal for Rangers after exactly 1 minute 20 seconds. As the St Mirren defence suddenly became static. All he did, well, when I say all he did, he had to keep his composure and then looked up, and with that little lob and spin, it couldn't be kept out. Rangers are 1 up. Well, the St Mirren penalty area simply being besieged. That's a beautiful pass. And it's in, yes! Miller, superb finish and a great move by Rangers. As I said, you cannot allow Newman that space on the left-hand side. And young Kenny Miller, 2 goals now, staking the positive claim for Tuesday night's game as he slides in here to finish a glorious move. Rangers 2 up and looking very comfortable midway through this first half. Still not cleared effectively. Ferguson goes in very well. On it goes to Moles, and there's the ball through to Alberts. He's looking inside towards Miller again, and again! A hat-trick for the youngster, gloriously put in. Tremendous strike there by Kenny Miller. Well, the manager said he bought him as a squad player, and I think that was entirely right. But how could you drop him after getting into positions to score as effectively as he's done like that? But great play again, opening up that St Mirren defence. Bulleted in there. Lovely little run there by Ferguson. Here's Miller again. Yes! Well, he is almost slightly embarrassed by scoring 4 goals in that one so easily. He has come into this Rangers team, and who would dare drop him after a performance like this? Kenny Miller just taken away from him. Michael Moles, great play. Almost got away with that. He's got a broad smile on his face, an exhilarating sense. Look at that. Magical little touches. And he ran out of support. Oh, there's a goal. There was no cover in the middle there as Ricky Gillis slicks that away. Amoroso picks it up. Now Ferguson. Amoroso on the left wing now. What's he going to do with it? It's again! Billy Dodds this time. An excellent play by Rangers ex-captain. He knew what he was doing as soon as he left his own defensive area to make that run like a left winger. And then he had several options and decided just to slide it in there to Billy Dodds, who laps that kind up. Beautiful ball through to Newman. Billy Dodds. And oh, what a glorious goal! Superb strike by Miller. The broadest of smiles on the face of a young man who seems to have matured and given that precise touch to Rangers, which they've so sadly lacked recently. Alberts. Then it goes to McCann. Can he finish? He does. Yes, he finished that beautifully. And that rubs the final salt into the wound. St Mirren had pushed forward, left little gaps like that, and a right-footed pass by Alberts, finding the left foot of McCann. You can't read too much into this other than the fact that Rangers have got back self-confidence as the final whistle goes, and even though McCann finished with a flourish, the day has belonged to young Kenny Miller. Final score, Rangers 7, St Mirren 1.
Well, what a day there for young Kenny. Next up, one game in the calendar that always stands out, the Old Firm, of course. And for the final game in tonight's programme, it was an Old Firm with a little bit more spice than normal, if that's at all possible. The quarter-final of the CIS League Cup drew Rangers and Celtic together on the 10th of November 2004. And in the previous league fixture between the two, Celtic had taken all 3 points. In fact, Rangers hadn't won against Celtic in 7 games. It was time to break the hoodoo and for Rangers to claim back the bragging rights. In front of a packed Ibrox, Rangers lined up with Clausen goals, a back four of Kisnashvili, Andrews, Boomsong and Vignal. Rickson and Alex Ray were in the middle of the park, Namucci and Lovenkrands providing the width, and Thompson and Nacho Novo up front. It was a night to remember as Rangers dumped Celtic out the cup, but they needed extra time and a moment of magic from Shota Arveladze to do so.
Everybody inside the box. Dinino just steps out now. The ball comes in. Marvin Andrews gets up with a header alongside Boomsong. So Ray again tries to swing the ball wide. Passing's been accurate. Taking down Kisnashvili coming into the box. Tries the shots. Hartson's up there. So is Varda. Ball swung in. John Hartson may be there. Well, he might have a part to play if Rangers can mount one last attack. Namucci brings it forward. Cuts it in, Thompson's looking for it, gets the header up. Well, it was almost a Royal Rovers ending just before you're substituted. A chance comes your way, but it was a difficult one for him to take. Plays it forward. Andrews won it. What a header that was. Crucial trying to go through. Baldy, little flick away. Danger not clear. Nacho Novo picked up. There's a shout for handball. That comes back in. And David Marshall did well. The deflection comes to him. And credit to the Celtic goalkeeper.
Nacho Novo does ever so well to close it down. That's a great ball in. His reactions are great there, David Marshall.
Thompson plays the ball forward. Headed away. Comes back in. There's a real chance here. The ball comes in. Off the crossbar from Varga and cleared by Ray. Celtic aren't done yet. They're going to win their first corner of the match. Celtic will take the second corner. Coming in. Hartson looking for it! And John Hartson scores for Celtic. The joy on the face of the Welshman. Well, it's the Celtic fans who are singing and making the noise in the Broomlawn stand. But it's Rangers who are on the attack. Here comes Lovencraft, kept his feet, played it across. Is the equaliser in? No, it's Namucci, plays it wide. It's a chance in the 6-yard box for Rangers. Corner taken to the angle of the box this time. Played in, Marvin Andrews with a header. Goalkeeper didn't have to move, but from a Celtic perspective, you don't want Marvin Andrews free in the box.
Number 7,
Marvin Andrews all alone. The ball comes to the far side. Low in, picked up by Lennon. Lennon will then leave it for McNamara. Alan Thompson's given it away. Here comes Sean Avalanche. On to Nachanova. Avalanche's made the run, comes back to him, leaves it back. Namucci, good save, Prushel! It was a terrific move by Rangers. David Marshall could do nothing. And his first Old Firm goal, he's dreamt about it. Daniel Prushel makes it Rangers 1, Celtic 1.
Ball given away in the middle of the park to Thompson. And I think it's a great cut back from Noble. Just a nice wee touch in. It's a great driven shot. Good hand hit from Marshall. Prusel's got to tap in his left foot.
Into the box, Prushel tried to win it. It breaks, could it break Rangers' way? That's suspicion of handball, that comes across. Nachanova there, there's a chance! Rangers 1, Celtic 1. That necessitates extra time in this League Cup quarter-final tie. Watson and Prushel, the goal scorers. Celtic trying to come forward. Kamano brings it down. Beattie tries to burst through. He's still going. Beattie, he gets the touch. It's going towards the goal, but Boomsong will boom the ball off the line. Alan Thompson delivers it, looking for Baldy. The ball comes back, picked up by Rickson. Nice little slip ball, and that beautifully worked by Rangers. The Rangers rampaging forward. Nobody's coming to Rickson. He'll get a choice of left or right. It should come to Sean Avalanche. Controls Avalanche! The perfect counter-attack puts Rangers ahead in the League Cup quarter-final. They move the ball from back to front. Fernando Rickson on the edge of his box, and substitute Sean Avalanche shoots Rangers into the lead.
Quite incredible counter-attack here. Great run from Noble, you can see here. Great run across it to leave a space for Avalanche. Great, that's a magnificent run. And a great finish to the left-hand corner there.
Well, there it was. It was Rickson. Lennon sat off him, waited for him to come. That allowed him the chance. Celtic drifted inside, and that's the perfect finish from Sean Avalanche.
Well, what a night. I hope you've enjoyed this look back at some unforgettable Rangers matches. There'll be plenty more amazing action and wonderful goals next time around. So don't forget to join me next time for Remember, Remember, great games in November.